I mean, I think this is the biggest issue that we're going to face on this program tonight. It's the biggest issue, really, that the world is facing in the coming century.
Not Kevin Rudd?
Definitely not Kevin Rudd.
But to quote Kevin Rudd, the greatest moral...
Exactly.
That's right.
That was one thing that he was clearly right on. And it's also clear that we cannot dig up and burn all of the coal that we now know exists. That all of the scientific consensus is that if we do that, we're heading way beyond the 2 degrees Celsius limit, which the Paris Agreement was supposed to get to. And that means that we have dangerous, uncontrolled climate change. We don't know exactly what that's going to mean, but it is going to mean unpredictable greater droughts. We'll have a greater oscillation we had of the La Nina effect. We'll have more droughts. We'll have returns to greater bushfires. For a Minister for Northern Australia to be not concerned about heating up even more than we already are. We're going to have sea level rises, again quite unpredictable, but some of the predictions are going as high as a 5-metre sea rise by the end of the century. That's going to basically inundate every coastal city around the world, including, of course, all Australia's major cities are coastal. It's going to estimated cause something like 750 million refugees just moving away from that flooding, never mind those who also become refugees.
Some of those claims are contested, of course.
Well, they're contested, but do you want to take the chance, right? I mean, of course, it may be that this is not going to happen. Perhaps there's a 10% chance, perhaps there's even a 50% chance. But given that we're talking about things that are going to cause hundreds of millions of refugees and very large numbers of deaths, are we really going to say, oh yeah, well, there's only a 50% chance that will happen, so let's go ahead and let's create some more jobs around the coal mines, and let's make sure that we have cheap energy so that we can run our air conditioners and our big SUVs. It seems to me that the stakes are so uneven, the stakes are so heavily tilted against taking the risk, even if it's just a risk, of the things that the main body of scientists are telling us is going to happen.
Can I
but
ask
it's
through
crazy
you, Madam
to do
Chair,
it.
then, Peter, what about nuclear?
Well, one of the problems, I mean, look,
the risks are less.
There are less.
If it's
I mean,
cleaner.
yeah, there are less risks, and maybe if we'd known about climate change at the time we started getting more worried about nuclear, we would have gone ahead. But at the moment, the time lag for building new nuclear power stations and getting approvals is very long. So even if you decided we did want to go nuclear, it's not going to solve the problem in the short term.
Matt and Lisa, you can.
I just want to hear from Lisa.